Varane, Reguilon on the bench. Are those decisions to do with form or fitness?
Tactic.
Do you want to tell us any more than that?
Well, it's tactic.
Okay, so Evans above Varane on tactic.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
The underrated tactician who could revive Manchester United. From his roots as a defender in Austria to a Europa League winning coach at Eintracht Frankfurt, and now the catalyst of Crystal Palace's golden era. It's the kind of story every tactical fan adores. Appointed midway through the 2023-24 season, he revitalised the floundering side, engineering a fierce 3-4-2-1 pressing system that balances structured discipline with player freedom. His philosophy of play without fear reshaped the culture at Selhurst Park, leading to a 10th place finish in that partial first season. Then in his first full campaign, he delivered the club's first major trophy, the FA Cup, followed by the Community Shield, and masterminding Palace's best ever points tally ever. Today, with a win rate near 48% across his managerial career, and European football on the horizon, Glasner not just stands as Palace's most successful modern day manager, but as the blueprint for ambitious coaching in the Premier League.
Ruben Amorim's arrival at Manchester United promised a fresh dawn. United fans hoped his youthful energy and tactical intelligence would ignite a revival. Instead, he's overseen one of the worst Premier League spells in the club's history. Since taking charge in November 2024, Amorim has claimed just 7 league wins in around 29 matches, accumulating a meagre 28 points from 29 games, and finishing the 2024-25 season in a disastrous 15th place, whilst also losing to Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League final. This is United's lowest top-flight finish since the early 1990s. His brand of game, a high-pressing 3-4-3 system rooted in his success at Sporting, has faltered badly in the unforgiving Premier League, leaving United overly porous at the back, conceding frequently early goals and accumulating costly defensive errors, particularly from goalkeeper Andre Onana. With the team languishing in mid-table at the start of the 2025-26 campaign, eliminated humiliatingly from the Carabao Cup by League Two side Grimsby Town, and his win rate barely climbing off the floor, pundits are describing his tenure as downright disgusting.
Under Glasner, Palace usually defend in a mid to low block. The structure is often a 5-4-1, with the wing-backs tucked in to form a compact back five. This allows Palace to protect half spaces and keep central areas extremely congested. One key feature is the way Palace use their wing-backs in Munoz and Tyreek Mitchell. They're disciplined, rarely jumping out too high, instead focusing on narrowing the line and ensuring the back five shifts as a unit. The midfield then just sit ahead, horizontally compact, which makes it very hard to play through the lines. Oliver Glasner's press triggers are selective. They don't hunt in numbers high up the pitch. Instead, they press on clues, and together, a backwards pass or a poor body shape from the opposition. The striker, in this case Mateta, will bend his run to lock play to one side, and the midfield will squeeze across. It's a system designed to frustrate, absorb pressure, and then break forward quickly in numbers with their individual quality once the ball is won.
Amorim's United, on the other hand, defend with much more front-foot aggression. The base structure is a 5-2-3 when out of possession, reflecting his time at Sporting. Unlike Glasner, Amorim wants his wing-backs, Patrick Dorgu and Amad Diallo, to press high onto opposition full-backs, which can leave United defending in what looks like a back three at times. This creates much more proactive line of engagement. The front three are central to the press. They're tasked with cutting off passing lanes into midfield and forcing the opposition wide. Once play is directed wide, the wing-backs step out aggressively, supported by the near-side central midfielder. The two central midfielders cover enormous ground. They need to shuffle quickly to prevent overloads. That's the trade-off in Amorim's system. It's aggressive, it wins the ball higher, but it can also be exposed if the opposition switches play quickly or bypasses the press. So, how do they differ? Glasner's Palace, compact, reactive, and designed to sit deeper. Amorim's United, expansive, proactive, and designed to press higher. Palace sacrifice space higher up the pitch in order to control their penalty area, whilst United sacrifice defensive stability in deep areas in order to win the ball earlier and create transitions closer to goal. Glasner's structure asks for discipline and collective shifting. Amorim's system demands athleticism, pressing triggers, and calculated risks. So 2 managers, two back five systems, but two very different interpretations of how to defend.
So typically, Palace set up in a 3-4-2-1, which can also be a 3-4-3. Against the bigger sides, they deploy a 5-4-1, which is fluid to help them be more compact and cover spaces in between the lines. They also benefit from this formation by setting defensive traps out wide to nick the ball in less dangerous areas of the pitch. In build-up, Glasner effectively relies on the comfortability on the ball of his two pivot players, Adam Wharton and Will Hughes. Also, his two number 10s, Ismaila Sarr and Yeremy Pino, to get them up the field, with rotation being frequent fluid between them. The wing-backs high and wide, dynamic. Munoz the more aggressive, usually to support Ismaila Sarr, and Mateta in the attack, to provide more numbers and attacking impetus for Palace in the final third.
This is how Manchester United currently line up, with Bayende in goal, Luke Shaw and Lenny Yoro either side of the lit in a back three, Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro as a double pivot, followed by Patrick Dorgu and Amad Diallo as wing-backs. Ahead of them are the three acquisitions from the summer, Mbeumo, Sesko and Cunha, who are yet to start together. I believe Glasner coming in would change it up by playing Lisandro Martinez as a left centre-back due to his qualities on the ball. He'd also have Le Mans in goal, the goalkeeper that was brought in on transfer deadline day, with Dallo coming in as a right wing-back for more defensive security. I believe he keeps the midfield the same and the attack. I think United will struggle to be able to replicate what Glasner was doing with Adam Wharton and Will Hughes in central midfield. So that area definitely would need to be addressed. However, in a deep block, they'll be able to get the best out of Casemiro, who does not have the legs anymore to run, and Bruno Fernandes, who does sometimes lack the tactical discipline to play in the pivot.
Initially, Oliver Glasner was linked with a move away from Crystal Palace due to the fact that Mark Guehi was on the brink of a move to the champions, Liverpool, which also created a sense of tension between him and chairman Steve Parish. There were also claims that Oliver Glasner threatened to quit if Guehi was sold to Liverpool. Since then, the rumours have now been shut down by Glasner in his latest press conference before the Sunderland game, where he clearly states, "I never threatened to leave." So all in all, the move for Oliver Glasner looking highly unlikely, as he's set to remain at Crystal Palace for the remainder of the season.